It's Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie. Tonight's musical guest will be a talented singer-songwriter, Eric Francis, plus all the regulars. And I'm Rich Kaplan, your announcer. And here he is in a more digitally enhanced form for all you technology buffs out there. Halftime Howie!
Thank you very much, Rich. And we're going to start the show tonight. First of all, we want to wish everyone hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and hope everyone is getting ready for Hanukkah and Christmas as we celebrate the holiday season. You know, I generally stay away from politics, but I was absolutely repulsed by a presidential candidate, Donald Trump, who made fun of a reporter by mocking his gesture, and then he lied about it by saying he didn't know the reporter, and the reporter basically called Trump out on it, saying that they were on a first-name basis as he covered Trump for years. So I've always been supportive of people with disabilities, and our very own staff, Rocco Passafumi, Rich Kaplan, have Asperger's syndrome, and they've both been great contributors on the show. So I wanted to get their take on Donald Trump's behavior, mocking a reporter with disabilities.
Right.
Rocco and Rich respond to Trump.
Yes.
Rocco, your thoughts?
My thoughts on Donald Trump is pretty relatively simple. Regardless of who you vote for, whatever your politics are, Republican or Democrat, from the very beginning, Donald Trump has done and exhibited things that have been pretty much beyond the pale for any politician, as far as I know. I feel like he doesn't have the temperament or the gravitas or the the professionalism, let's say, to become president with this. And I think that what he did here was really beyond the pale. It shows that he has no sensitivity towards people, and you wonder, what's he going to do when he becomes president? How is he going to handle things like, whether it's his political rivals in the Democratic Party, whether it's countries that, he doesn't deal with very well. I mean, you can, because we've shown with Trump that he does not know how to behave very well with the media, that he threatens to sue everybody all the time, every time he gets, rubbed the wrong way by a reporter or anything like that. There was that reporter from Fusion who he kicked him out during a press conference, and it just shows that, I kind of knew from the jump, because I've known about Trump for years in terms of his, politics. The fact that he's a birther and he believes the canard, that's been long disproven that Barack Obama wasn't born in this country. Even from that, I really was suspicious about whether or not he would make a very good president. And I think, just seeing him over the course of the last couple of months since he announced his nomination, that he really has no chance. The fact that, yes, he's not a politician, which might be refreshing for some people, but the truth of the matter is that, whatever your feelings on politicians, you need people that know what they're doing. You need people that are going to be able to compromise, because politics is the art of compromise, and know how they're going to interact with people. So, in terms of, how would you like to add to what I have to say?
I agree with everything you've said, and I want to add to it on certain areas. Thank you, Rocco. I think the first problem with Trump is he's very headstrong. And as a world leader, there's headstrong, and then there is just being a butthead. And, when you're negotiating treaties with countries like Russia, China, you have to have a certain level of finesse. You have to have a certain je ne sais quoi about yourself when you conduct global politics. Right now, of course, we have a potential powder keg, which I'll talk about later, in the Middle East that happened between Russia and Turkey. And if Trump was president, my biggest fear is that he would literally butt heads with Putin, say the wrong thing, and Putin could it could turn into an international incident. The problem with politics has always been the he said, she said. In this case, it's definitive, though. This individual has disabilities. He has made it very clear. It's not a joke. I'm part autistic, and I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud to be on the spectrum. I'm proud of what I do. I take pride in everything, and yeah, I've had people make fun of me. But at This particular level, it is not making fun. It is gerrymandering for votes. It is making yourself look like a bully so people will respect you, because unfortunately America thinks that Obama is too soft. So Trump is trying to be that bully in the playground that takes the ball away from the younger kids and plays with it and rubs it in everyone's face. The problem is that ultimately a bigger bully comes along, and the bigger bully takes that ball, and before you know it, it's spiraling into a whole escalade of bullies. And Trump is that bully that sadly just, no one has ever put him in his place for whatever reason, we may never know. He's intimidating, he's arrogant, he demands a lot, he goes about business as usual regardless of who he steps on to get to that level. I mean, that is not what we want in the White House. We want someone who's going to understand the needs of all parties, blacks, whites, Latinos, disabled, homosexuals, and so forth. We need a president who recognizes difference as an embracing element and not a racing element. That's what I have to say.
Hey, great job, and we will follow the Trump story moving along, but